As most of you are already aware, we do a lot of different stuff on this channel. Most of it is related to prospecting or rock collecting and traveling and camping, stuff like that. But what we do after we bring the stuff home can be pretty cool too. And if you remember, you watched a couple videos about us doing fire agate hunts over at Saddle Mountain. And we brought home about quite a bit of that stuff. And we put it in the Rock Tumbler. And it started out real rough, like you saw it. And we stuck it in the Rock Tumbler. And it took quite a while. And it's going to be a two-part video. We're going to show you, start to finish, how it came out, polished at the end. And some of this stuff you can actually see some fire in. It's really cool, and this is the low-grade stuff. We have some better stuff we found too. I'm not sure what we're going to do with that yet. But I don't know, it's just kind of neat to be able to see what we do after we bring the stuff home. I mean, it's one thing to see somebody on a bunch of stuff and throw it in boxes, but then what do you do with it? And it's just pretty cool to turn rough stones that you found out in the middle of nowhere into pretty much gem-like material. Real pretty stuff. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this, and here we go on a fire agate tumbling video, part one, and there'll be a part two of this because it took quite a while. Alrighty, back from the big hunt at Saddle Mountain, and this will be a new video. We've been there twice now and got quite a bit of decent looking stuff and quite a bit of just what I would consider really pretty agate. Some may have a little fire in it, some may not. But we're going to tumble some. And I got several different sizes in here. And this is a 3-pound tumbler. And inside that 3-pound tumbler is 2/3 full of fire agate or close to fire agate. Chalcedony, some with red, some with orange, some with yellows, real pretty stuff. And there is 3 level tablespoons of 1690 grit and water coming up to just under the first layer of stones. And this is going to take about a week, this first section of the polish, and maybe a little longer with the coarse grit. But just starting this up, something you got to keep in mind is there's going to be organic material in there that's also going to cause gas buildup. So this first part of the grinding, about every 8 hours, 10 hours, I open this up and let the gas out and seal it back up, clean the lid, seal it back up, put it on again. Like I said, this will take about 7 days before it'll show signs of being almost ready. And then we'll go through the rocks as we move along here, and then we check the slurry for gas and whatnot, and I'll show you how it progresses. It's kind of interesting doing tumbling. It takes about a month, maybe a little longer to tumble and polish. We should have some really good results out of this, I think. So anyway, I'll be back with step 2, probably 8-10 hours, maybe sometime tomorrow morning. We'll open it up and see how the slurry's doing and let the gas build up out. Alrighty, day 6 of tumbling these fire agates. And fire agate being about a 7 on the Mohs scale, it's pretty hard stuff to tumble. The slurry's not as thick as I like it. I'm feeling down here on the bottom, see if it's, we're gonna pull out a handful here and see what they look like. You never want to run this stuff down the drain. It'll clog your drains up really bad, and you got a lot of work to do to get them unclogged. Now remember, this is the low-grade stuff we're doing here. And hopefully a little fire will show through on some of these. You can see a little bit in this one. And yeah, that one's going to be interesting. Yeah, these are going to be pretty when they're done. They got a ways to go yet, don't they? Pretty cool stuff, though. I bet when they're done, they're going to be some pretty good looking stones. Let's see what else we got in here. I'm going to have to recharge my grit here and go at least another 7 days on these in the coarse grit, I think. Let's see what these look like.
Yeah, some nice color. Boy, they're sure a lot smoother. That one's pretty cool. Yep, just the low grade stuff. Some of them are going to be really pretty when they're done. Like I said, this stuff's really, really hard, so it's going to take a while to get it ground down. That one's interesting. It might have a little fire right down in there. You can see it. So, I'm going to recharge this thing with coarse grit and put it back on the tumbler. Yeah, I'll be back for the next step. Okay, this is day 9. We're going to open this thing up. Like I always say, don't spill this stuff down the kitchen sink. We use this dishpan-like thing to keep that from happening. I don't have good enough fingernails, so I got to use a spoon. Okay. And a little twist here, and a little twist there, and tops off. Okay, let's see what we got. Day 9 of coarse grit, which is 60/90. Oh boy. Let's see what a few of them look like here. There's been quite a bit of grinding. They were kind of rough when we started, so this is really, really hard stuff. Let's see what they look like. Well, they're coming along. It's pretty red in that one. Boy, they got a ways to go yet, don't they? They're getting smooth, though. Finally starting to smooth off nicely. Let's see a few more here. This is going to take a full 2 weeks in coarse grind. I'm probably going to put some more coarse material in there to help speed it up a little. Okay, these are looking pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. A lot of red in that one. I don't know if there's going to be any fire or not. They're hard to tumble because of all the pits and holes in this type of agate. So they're going to take some work to get them down nice and smooth. This one's got a little bit of fire in it. I can see it. Fire being a glow or sparkle down inside. Hopefully I can get these done before they completely grind away to nothing. Okay, a few more. Yeah, they got a ways to go, don't they? That one might have a little fire right in there. You can see the color change. These are all the low grade ones. They got a ways to go yet. Alright, we're going to put them back in here. Alrighty, 3 basic tablespoon size scoops of grit into here. And we'll start them up again. I'll be back for another look. Got quite a ways to go, my friends. We're not going to put any more water in there. I'm just going to clean up the edge of the tumbler here, so when I put the top back on, there's no grit in the contact area. And we'll wipe that off. See how that feels. Pretty good. And sort of squeeze all the water out of this thing. Measure it off a little bit and pop her on there. And there we go. All right. Alrighty, here we go. I think it's been 10 or 11 days, something like that. I'll be more precise next time around, but here we go. We're going to open this up. Okay. And today we're basically checking our grind out, how it's going along, and then we're going to add some plastic pellets for volume because we're wearing down the rocks, and it's making more volume in the barrel, and it's best to have the barrel 2/3 to 3/4 full. Otherwise, the rocks start hitting each other and banging together, and you don't want that. Okay, so let's have a look at a few of them just for grins here. Just for grins. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Yep. Alright, they're starting to grind up now. Pretty good. They're starting to get a little bit smooth. Starting to show a lot of color. Some of these are going to be real pretty. And some of these, like this one, it's pitted. It might not go to the next step because it's going to hold a lot of the pieces of the grinding compound and pollute the next batch. This one's coming out kind of neat looking. Like I say, you never know till you grind them. This is start to finish. Kind of cool. And now we're down pretty low in here. Feel to the bottom, see how much grit I got. And how much grit we got in the bottom here. Not very much. So we're probably going to recharge this too. I'm going to look at a few more down deeper in here. See what they look like. They're going to be interesting. They're going to be interesting, but yeah, that one's getting nice and smooth now. Boy, some hard stuff. We already had that one out. Yeah, we'll grind it up and see what we end up with. I'm going to put some plastic pellets in here to help make up the extra volume. And some more grinding compound. Okay, plastic pellets. These little pellets are designed for this purpose. They actually sink instead of floating in the medium. And we're going to dump these in. That'll help bring up my volume a little bit. Yeah, a little bit more. Maybe another. Well, maybe a little bit more. And that'll also help the grinding compound travel a little better around the rocks. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Rinse off here again. Put these back. And I'm going to go get some grit. And we're going to put some more grit in. Be right back. Alrighty. We got pellets in there and we got some more coarse grit. We're going to close this thing up and let it turn for a few more days and we'll take another look. And you don't want to reuse these pellets except in coarse grit. And if I use some in the medium grit, then I'll save those pellets in a container, you know, that says for that purpose so you don't mix them and cause scratching on your rocks. So we're gonna put this back together and let her go for a while. Alrighty, it's been 20 days, guys and gals. We're gonna pop this open and see what we got. Sometimes some agate is so hard that it takes longer than others. This is some of that stuff. Let's see what we got. Now remember, I put plastic pellets and everything in here, so it's gonna be kind of messy. Let's see what we got. Oh, nice slurry. Look at that. Yep, that's a good looking slurry there. It means it's grinding evenly. Let me get my ring off my finger. And, ooh, plastic pellets. Let's see what the rocks look like. I don't feel a lot of grit left. Well, they really are getting ground down. Look at that. Yep. They are. Boy, I think they're going to have a ways to go yet. Get out a bunch of them. Look. You see the plastic pellets are in there, but look how rounded they are. Yeah, we're getting somewhere now. Geez, I can't even get a hold of them. Okay, let's see what we got here. Remember, you never want to dump this stuff down the drain. Now we're starting to see some real pretty stuff show through on some of these. Believe it or not, though, I still think it's got a ways to go in the coarse grind. They're taking quite a while. We're going to put some more. Let's look at a few more. Let's look at a few more. Oh, wow. Yeah, looking pretty good. Kind of pretty. Looky there. Yeah, this is just going to be some pretty agate rock, it looks like. Some of these are coming out real nice, though. Look at that. Kind of cool. I think I'm going to let them go a little longer. See if we can't get way in the bottom here and see what we got. Okay, some of these are getting ground down pretty nice now. Look at that. I think I'm going to let them go longer. See what we come up with out of here. Like I said, this is just rough stuff. That one's got some interesting looking stuff down inside it. I think we're going to put the rocks back in there and let them go some more. Yeah, that's what I think. That one's kind of neat. Yeah, we're going to let them grind some more. Make sure we got them all out of here. Then I got to try to get the plastic pellets. Most of them anyway. That's where a sieve or a strainer comes in real well. Comes in handy, I should say. That's kind of neat. Hopefully I won't grind all that off. It continues its smoothing. Yeah, this is, I want to be a little more picky next time I do a batch of these. Try to get some better quality stuff. I don't know if I got all the rocks cleaned out of here or not. Alright, well we're just going to continue with the rough grind, folks. I'm going to throw all these pellets in and throw it back on. A little bit of extra coarse material. Let it go for a while yet. Yep. That's the best bet. Talk to you next time.